now joined live in studio by Manuel Galán, former Colombian senator and president of the New Liberalism Party. Good evening, and thank you for being here. Buenas noches.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
So, listen, we obviously, a lot of news has been made. You just heard this story. You, as somebody who is a young leader with a big future in your country, what do you make of this criticism of Israel?
Well, I think it's a mistake to break diplomatic relations with Israel. I think we have to move forward in a way that, for instance, President Biden has presented a comprehensive accord between Israel and the Arab world. And I think Saudi Arabia is a fundamental actor to make this possible. Colombia has a long history of friendship with Israel, but also of a free trade agreement that we signed and we ratified in the Colombian Congress. I was senator during that time. I voted in favor of ratifying the free trade agreement. And also we have a deep cooperation in security. Our police forces and our military, all the equipment for communications, all the arms, especially the airplanes that are fundamental for the strategic air defense, are from Israeli cooperation. So Colombia will be less secure if we break diplomatic relations with Israel. We need to strengthen those relationships. And I think it's a mistake for the cause of peace in the Middle East and for the cause of the Palestinian people also.
So you said this is your second trip to Israel. Obviously, this trip a lot more somber than the first time that you were here. Tell us, I mean, for you, it'll be to see firsthand, really, what happened on October 7th. I mean, what has been your takeaway and your experience of witnessing?
Well, Colombia has shared also the experience of war for many, many years, of violence, of terrorism. We suffer in the 1980s the terrorism by the narco-traffickers, and several criminal organizations are making progress under the umbrella of the policy of the President Petro's so-called total peace. Many of these organizations have increased their criminal activities in territories of Colombia. Extortion is going up. Homicides are going up.
Wow.
Kidnapped are going up. So President Petro should also be concerned about our domestic situation with terrorism and with security. And
is he?
Well, sometimes it appears he's not. He's more worried about campaigning in the country for the 2026 election and to maintain power. He wants to reform the constitution, as Venezuela did some years ago, and change the constitution of 1991. That was a broad accord that we signed in Colombia during those difficult times during the 1980s. So I think he should be more concerned about ensuring security in the country and working in the multilateral level in the whole region of the Middle East, and being in favor of this vision that President Biden from the United States have put forward to have a broader agreement between the Arab world and Israel through this agreement with Saudi Arabia.
So also, obviously, your being here has only, made your connection to Israel that much stronger. I know that you are an important voice, and there's a campaign 2026. What would your vision be if you were to become the next president?
Well, I hope we can, as soon as possible, resume diplomatic relations with Israel, and also ensure that we are going to have our new embassy in Jerusalem, and also that we can strengthen the cooperation in innovation, research, development. I see an ecosystem for technology in Tel Aviv, for instance, great for Colombia, with many opportunities, especially management of water, technology in high-tech sciences like quantum computing.
Agri-tech, of course.
Exactly. So I see many, many opportunities that both of our countries can share. In biodiversity, we are the second most biodiverse country in the world.
So you could really benefit for this connection. Thank you so much for coming in. We're out of time, but it was really a pleasure to meet you, Juan Manuel Galán. Always a pleasure, and enjoy the last part of your trip, which is almost over, unfortunately for you. Sorry.
Thank you
You'll have to
very
come
much.
back.